Hey, it's Kate. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing a video on how you can help the environment. I know it's not a weekly vlog, sorry about that. When you're watching this, I won't be at my house. I'll be like in Seguin, Texas for something else, so I'm filming this in advance to post. And obviously I can't film a vlog in advance because that's a very real-time thing. I gotta get like 3 videos up by the time I leave. So I wanted to do this thing where it's like going eco-friendly and vegan and all that for a week. I saw Haley Sunny do it first. I wanted to try it, but I don't have a week to film it and edit it and then upload it because, you know, I don't have that long right now. So I'll probably do that in the future, but for now it'll just be a little sit down video. Probably with more of me running away from bugs like the last outdoor talkie video was. And that's why I'm outside too, because it's more appropriate, you know, because it's nature and the outdoors that we're doing. I don't know what to say really that you haven't heard. Metal straws, you know, those are great. Reusable straws in general. Everybody knows save the turtles, so that is a really good way, a good easy kind of way to help the environment, because using a metal straw really doesn't take that much out of your daily life. You don't need to think about it. Once it becomes habit, you do it. I don't use a metal straw. I just have a reusable water bottle that I don't use a straw at all for. But for Starbucks or whatever, I could definitely start doing that, having them put it in to my own cup, buy my own Starbucks cup, and just drink everything from there reusably instead of throwing all the straws away, because straws aren't recyclable. We have to throw the straws away. But there are a lot of things that are recyclable, and that's probably going to be the thing that I'm going to emphasize the most is recycle. I do it all the time. We have recycling at my house. Recycle everything. You can recycle batteries, plastic bags, paper, obviously, Starbucks cups, anything with plastic or paper, just throw it in the recycling bin, and then it feels a lot better because you know it's not going to a landfill. You know it's going to be repurposed probably for something else. Recycling is a huge way to help. I know that at the VBS that I helped at, they didn't have a big recycling system for snack time for the kids. Every single kid had their own little plastic water cup that could be recycled, and like 400 cups a day were getting thrown away because they didn't have a recycling system set up. And I tried to bring out a recycling bin, but they just kind of put it back. But that's definitely a thing that you need to be cognizant of, is recycling at your house, at your school, at different organizations, places that you help at, serve at, go to, anywhere. Just bring it up. Also limit car use, so carpool whenever you can, walk or bike when you can. I know that today it's really hard to walk or bike places because we've come to depend on cars so much that we probably have a lot of activities that are spread all out over our town or city, even our metroplex maybe sometimes. And you can't just walk 4 miles in 15 minutes, right? Like you can drive. So that's a challenging one, but carpooling is definitely a good solution for that. If you have people that live near you that you think you can pick up, or they can pick you up, you can trade off, you know, then not only are you both saving gas money, but you're also saving the earth by not using as much gas and polluting it as much. If Teslas were less expensive and everyone had one, that would be really good for the earth. But food waste is another thing. So something that we do at my house also is compost. We have this little compost bin that we put food like banana peels or whatever into outside, and then I'm not really sure what goes on, what my dad does, but he like turns it or something so that it can decompose better within the compost bin, and it doesn't leave a smell because it's all contained within that bin. But it's good for the earth, because whenever you throw away food and it goes to landfills, that'll take like thousands of years to even reach the ground to decompose. It might not ever decompose if it's on top of enough plastic. Get away. But whenever you compost, that's just putting nature back on nature, you know? Oh my gosh. Okay, anyways, sorry, birds very close. Don't compost Cheez-Its, those won't decompose that easy. But fruit or vegetables or dairy is not a good idea either. But I think eggshells might be. Whenever you put that back on the ground and let it decompose naturally, that's so much better for the earth, because then not only does the ground get the nutrients from the food, that food also isn't taking up surface space in landfills or wherever. Animals. So, hello. That's another big thing. So I'm a vegetarian. I'm not trying to preach like, hey, everybody be a vegetarian. I think it's been a pretty good lifestyle for me personally, but that's not the point of this video. But a big thing for animals to help the environment is don't wipe out habitats. I know none of you watching are gonna be like, oh, I'm 14 and I'm wiping out a habitat single-handedly. You know, that's not a thing. But there are people everywhere that are deforesting areas or just completely messing with the ecosystems in certain places, making them imbalanced, and that's really gonna wreck the earth, especially in the long run. So just leave animals alone is basically the moral of the story. Ecosystems will figure themselves out, balance themselves out. You're not doing the earth any favors by going hunting. So don't kill animals, don't mess with it in that way, but also don't mess with it by providing an abundance in an area that's not supposed to have an abundance, by taking cows and just mass producing them for their milk, which I guess you don't let them back in the wild, so that might not be such an ecosystem problem, but it's definitely a food problem, because whenever you mass produce animals like that, whenever factories mass produce cows, mass produce pigs, or mass produce is not the right word, I guess I'd say mass breed. Whenever there's pig or cow farming factories, those animals that are going to end up dead and on people's plates anyways are fed, obviously, because they need to grow, right? They're fed all of this grass and corn, and that's all food, vegetables, and good food that people could use, and people that are starving. Well, obviously there's still transportation problems, but we would have so much more food for people. That maybe the food is vegetarian, vegetables, not pork. Sorry about it. You'll be alive, you know? Would you rather have your regular privileged lifestyle, or a 3-course meal every dinner, steak every day, whatever, and entire countries be completely starving because of the means used to get all of that food? It's hard to think about your repercussions whenever you're eating it, because you just buy it at the store. You don't think of everything that goes into it, that goes into raising the animals to make them fit for eating. And especially whenever it's on such a big level as, you know, everybody buying these products and eating meat, and companies needing to keep up with this demand, that's gonna leave a huge impact on food supplies worldwide. I got kind of off topic. Not off topic, but off the topic I wanted to. We're still on the environmental level, but I went off sort of on a tangent. Sorry about it. If anybody gets something from it, then that's enough. If you're paying attention to that one problem, that's still more than nobody paying attention to that one problem. So if I reach one person, that's not as good as reaching 30 people, but it's better than reaching 0 people, you know? The last thing I think I want to talk about is just animal cruelty products. So it's kind of the same idea as going vegetarian or any of that, but I think people find it easier if you can be aware of it and try to actively find products that are made in good ways and not cruel ways, then that's great. Sometimes it's hard to remember to do that, or you're just in a rush and you don't want to think about the means that went into producing this makeup or whatever. We stop supporting the brands and stuff that use animal cruelty, then that'll also be super helpful for the well-being of the environment, because whenever all the animals are healthy and happy, then the ecosystem will flourish. Wow. And I think a lot of brands have been a lot better about this lately. And by lately, I mean the past like 3 years. I've heard about this a lot more like a few years ago, I think. I haven't heard about it as much recently. But just be aware of what you're purchasing, what you're using, and if that's really something that you want to support. That's about all I want to talk about for today. I don't want to make it into a really long rant or touch on every single subject, because like I said, as long as we get some points across, it's better than nothing. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a like if you liked it. If you didn't, then enjoy watching the earth burn. See you this Saturday for another post. Have a great summer. Bye.